What is going on, everybody? Brent Abel right here, goldballhunting.com. That dude over there, the great Jeff Jacklich, I'm pretty sure he's there. I know that on my screen that I have to point the opposite direction because when it comes out on the recorded video, point literally at you, I'm pointing the wrong way. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us again today. Another episode of the Gold Ball Hunting podcast, and Jeff and I are going to talk about an opportunity for you if you just happen to be in the desert in the month of January in 2020. So hang in there, because not only an opportunity for you, we're going to talk about some tournament prep benefits.
So the big question is this: how are tennis players like us who never played on the tour, weren't incredible juniors, or maybe got a late start to the game, how do we consistently compete at our highest skill level without having to grind through endless hours of on-court practice time and still be in the hunt for the victory match after match? That is the question, and Gold Ball Hunting gives you the answers by helping you eliminate your skill level range so that you build a strong foundation of confidence. My name is Jeff Jacklich, and along with Brent Abel, my partner, welcome to Gold Ball Hunting.
Well, all right, Jeffrey, what is going on? Dude, I guess it's raining up there in Moraga, California today.
It's soggy.
Oh. The soggy thing.
It's soggy, yeah. So it's not. It rained, but now it's just cloud cover, foggy-ish, misty, soggy, wetness. You go.
I'm sorry to hear that. I better not tell you what's
hence the second cup of coffee.
Oh, I see. Well, mine. I took Bubba and our new little puppy, Lovey, out to the desert this morning. It's nice, beautiful here, crystal clear, not a cloud in the sky. Going to hit 70 today. I'm sorry. I'm just.
How do you mentally prepare every day for that, Brent? Because it's a challenge. You wake up, weather's perfect, opportunity to play grass court tennis. What are the steps you go through to really prepare your mind for beautiful walk in the morning with your beautiful wife and the dogs and the desert scene and all that, and then you got to come back and have your health shake and and kind of just prepare your mind.
Yes.
For the challenges ahead.
Right. I try not to screw it up. That's it. I just try to stay out of my own way and just go, you know what? No, man, it's really spectacular. And you know what the view is like here where, you get out in the morning and you kind of look west out towards the San Jacinto out there and just go, whew.
That is the one of the things that is so spectacular for the prime season down there. And then you wake up in the morning and you walk out there and it's a crystal clear blue sky, not a cloud in the sky, and you're seeing the San Jacinto's snow-capped.
It is. Well, literally, there's a cap of snow.
And you're putting your foot down on a perfectly dry, perfectly manicured grass court that's just begging you to hit balls on it.
That's exactly right.
Like, it is. That is.
It's pretty ideal.
Heaven. No. Pretty close to heaven, right?
Yeah, we kind of pinch ourselves on a daily basis, going, dang, don't screw this thing up because this is spectacular.
So that's great.
Speaking of spectacular, we're going to talk today about a couple things. But number one, we are offering to anyone who's playing the Wilson, and maybe if you're not even playing the Wilson, but you're down here in the desert, we're offering a 1-day tournament prep workshop. And really the whole purpose of this one day, which is 3 hours in the court in the morning with you and me, and then we're to do a 90-minute working lunch, and then 2 more hours in the court in the afternoon. But by the end of the day, I guess I didn't mention the kind of the beverage thing afterwards, that we've got a special guest showing up. But the whole thing is really to give players clarity as to really who they are in the court. I mean, what really is the one thing that you do the best, and give you clarity in that, because as well as I do, a lot of players think that, well, technique wise, I'm kind of average on this thing. I need to get a weapon, right?
Right.
A lot of that's because there's so much weird hype out there about getting this.
More power.
Yeah, right. Uh, um, but it's really helping you guys understand that, whether it's average power, whether it's whatever, but you do this one thing on the court really well. And you probably don't even recognize that you do it well because your brain is so consumed with all these thoughts of, well, I should be technically doing this, or I should be working on this thing over here.
Yeah.
And the reality of winning has nothing to do with anything other than finding out what's kind of your magic power, if you will.
Yeah. What's your superpower?
What your superpower is. And lots of times the superpower is not obvious.
Right.
I think because there's so much garbage being thrown at everybody, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's from, the tennis channel or whether it's from your local teaching pro, it's focused on stuff that has nothing to do with really helping you win. So with that said, the purpose of this one-day tournament prep workshop before the Wilson in January. And again, you don't have to be playing the Wilson to be able to come to this thing. I mean, it's something that if you're down here, or maybe you just played the Palm Springs tournament or the Plaza before it, and you're still hanging out in the desert, this could be a great opportunity for you. But it's really to help you get clarity on what you do best. And then Jeff and I want to help you kind of devise a unique player brand, kind of not strategy, but kind of a tactical play or two that helps you get yourself into that situation a lot more often so that you can bring your superpower to bear. And then find something that maybe, you think that you should be working on, but it's really not great. And yeah, you could spend a couple of years working on this thing, but it just really wouldn't be worth the time. And look, I mean, for me, I know there's certain parts of my game, Jeff, that are average. And so when I get into points now, I know I'm trying to work the points to kind of my own superpower, which for me is really not stroke technique. It's not a big thundering this or that. It's really more just using my quickness to take time away from my opponent. I'm really focused way more on court positioning tactics than I am on shot making. And, but really sort of finding that thing where you're not great, how do we help you minimize it to where, worst case, you play a neutral shot to a spot in the court over there that maybe now really sets up your superpower. So that's really what we want to help you guys do is get guys and gals, is get clarity on what it is that is your own personal brand.
Exactly. I think, another suggestion is that, the Wilson is, a Cat 2 national. It plays like a Cat 1. So it draws in a lot of the top players, even though it's a Cat 2. And obviously, playing in Palm Springs at the end of January is like we just described it. It's 75 degrees. It's a beautiful place to be at. The ambiance of the tournament, even though we're at a new location this year, just the energy around the courts is always high. It's a great experience to just be part of. But if your players out there are feeling like maybe that's too much for the first go around, like you said, there's the Palm Springs, the Plaza and the Palm Springs Tennis Club.
Yep.
Tennis Club. Those are back to back right before the Wilson. So there's opportunity there to kind of maybe dip your toe in the water without, and those are sanctioned USTA tournaments.
Hey, a lot of players show up. They take, they're from Bismarck, South or North Dakota. How stupid is that? Anyway,
North Dakota, I think.
I wish I'd
say North.
I should have said Minneapolis. I know there's no North or South Minnesota.
Right.
That would have been an easy one to not look stupid on. Anyway, but look, I mean, a lot of players come out of the cold part of the country and
they want out.
They want out. So, and even if you're playing indoor tennis, it's nice to be able to get back outdoors in the dead of winter. And a lot of players come down for a couple of weeks, right? As they come down, they play,
right.
Whether it's the Plaza in the Palm Springs, then the Wilson. Anyway, so listen, guys, here's the deal. Tomorrow, Jeff and I will have a detailed video on everything that you get if you sign up for this workshop. And it's going to be a lot beefier than just kind of helping you get clarity. I mean, the whole focus will be to help you get clarity, but there's a lot of follow-up. There's actually some pre-workshop stuff we want you to do. And then there's a lot of follow-up afterwards to make sure that we stay engaged with you. But in the meantime, the deal is we're gonna ask everyone to kind of qualify themselves. That we got to make sure that we are we got groups of 4 players, and even though each day we'll have 8 players, there'll be 2 groups of 4. You got to apply for this thing because we got to make sure that each one of those 4-player groups got the same exact skill level. Obviously, we don't want to be mixing skill levels in those small groups. So look, if you're interested, we made a little mention to it yesterday. We've already had some responses to that. That if you're interested in that, the dates, Jeff, are going to be Thursday or Friday, January 16th or 17th. Right. Kind of pick one of the 2 days. If you want to do 2 days, we'll work out something with you. That's always a possibility. And
it's not a hit and giggle. This is going to be a focused, day, and it's not a conditioning day either, because it's too late at that point.
That's right.
So this isn't about doing something too much 2 days before an event or something. This is really about getting the players clarity about their own player brand and about how to warm up. How do I prep for a tournament? We're going to be going through a lot of stuff, but not it won't be. This is how you hit a super kick second serve. We won't be diving into that 24 hours before your first match. This is really about
how to turn this little problem into a major weapon.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. How to turn this little problem. There she is. Where is she?
Hey,
come on, Lovey.
Hey, babe.
Look at that doll.
Oh, hi, say hi.
Man. And if you sign up now, you get a free puppy.
She's a doll.
So it's really about getting that clarity and really like how not to waste time either, about how do I prep for an event, and just as a side note, we have one of our gold ballers playing the Phoenix, 2 of them actually playing the Phoenix Open senior event starting today. One of them, Kevin Wiley, shout out to you. Good luck today in your first round match. And Kevin had just emailed us, last week about playing another event and his poor prep. So, I'm hoping, I'm not embarrassing you, Kevin, but we chatted, we emailed back and forth, and and I just said, lesson learned, don't beat yourself up over it. But now, I can't be in the car for 7 hours and then stay up that late and then expect to perform the next day and, visiting with friends the night before. None of that is bad stuff, but there is a time frame to it, and so you've got to take into consideration, when you're arriving for the event, when do I play, what day, what time in the morning, or that, whatever. Well, all those things become the challenge, and we want to help you get clarity about how to have your mind, and your body free to actually pay attention to why you came to the event.
Look, and this was a guy who had sent us an email earlier in the year saying, look, my goal is
back in May
to get number 1 in the Southwest or whatever that
in New Mexico.
Yeah. And he got it, right. It was, even though maybe it won't be the end of the year ranking, but he finally got himself up to number 1. And look, when you're the number 1 guy, the number 1 gal, you got a big old target on your back.
Yep.
Everyone's gunning for you. They're going, well, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. I want to go get this guy.
That's right.
Hi. So, well, look, guys. So, look, if you're interested in this, here's what to do. Depending on where you are, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, leave us a comment down below in the comments area that you are interested, and then we'll get back to you, and we can kind of get into a discussion whether or not this is going to be a good fit for you. And what's the other thing? Or just send us an email. Let us know at goldballhunting.com, and we we can do that as well. Jeff, I got to scoot. I'm sorry, man. I got some doubles out there. I know. on the clay today.
Ooh, they finally dried out from the.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Weeks ago.
Yeah. No. So anyway.
All right.
What do we want the fine folks to do right now?
Like us, share us, please subscribe. Let us know what you think down below. iTunes and Stitcher, rate and review, goldballhunting.com. Spread the word.
Good. Guys, get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Jeff, we're doing this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.